Would you trade 3 minutes of your time for $830,000? Well, then make some room in your wallet because this is exactly what I'm going to show you in today's video. We were asked this question. If two identical families purchase the exact same home at the exact same price on the exact same day, and we needed to prove if one of the families could get $830,000 richer as a result of using a more innovative financing strategy for buying and owning their home, could we make it happen? The short answer, yes we can. I call the strategy the HomeBucks Advantage. And in this video, I'm going to show you how this all works and how you too can get richer by owning smarter instead of buying average like everybody else does. And as a special bonus, if you stick around until chapter 3 of this video, I'll show you the icing on the cake and where the $830,000 number comes from. So let's get going. But before I dive in, I've got one crazy important question to ask you. Assuming the idea of being a more successful homeowner is appealing to you, which of these buyers do you want to be? The richer one, right? Of course. I've been working with and guiding successful families for over 40 years, showing them how to save money and build household wealth when buying and owning residential real estate. I think we're at about a total of $2 billion in homes so far. And frankly, today is your lucky day. Because today you have an opportunity to invest a few minutes in yourself to check out a proven system that could literally change your financial life for the better and provide you with an opportunity to explore a roadmap that could show you how to save hundreds of thousands of dollars owning your next home. So if you're open to learning something new that could be the most important single decision of your financial life, I recommend that you watch this video all the way through. Now let's get started with chapter 1. Which I've titled, What the Heck Am I Talking About Anyway? As you may have heard me say in some of my other videos, when most people look into the financial side of buying a home, they limit what they look at to 3 basic things. What's the interest rate, what's the monthly payment, and what's the down payment? And while that may have worked great for our parents and our grandparents 20, 30 years ago, in today's market, with the price of homes and the total cost of owning a home, that kind of surface-level thinking could end up costing you a fortune. Because the truth is this, buying a home with a focus that is solely zeroed in on getting the lowest rate, the lowest closing cost, or the lowest payment alone almost guarantees that you'll overpay for your new home in the long run. And with the concept of renting long-term being such a total waste of your money, unless you just happen to be in love with the idea of making your landlord richer while you get poorer, we all need to find a better solution. And this is where smart buyers win. Buyers who figure out how to successfully build wealth through this real estate market, which is so challenged, usually do so by expanding the criteria they look at, and they often end up evaluating more data. In the case of my clients, they end up relying on a software program I've developed to help them do this, which is called HomeBucks TCO, which measures the total cost of ownership, or the TCO, for every property that they look at. Now, I'll give you a heads up on something from the start. If you happen to mention to your best friend, your work associate, or even your significant other that you think you're going to start looking for a new home and that you're going to start by trying to get an understanding of the TCO on each of the properties that interest you, they may look at you like you have 3 eyeballs. But not to worry. When you share with them the following numbers, they also may just look at you like you're a genius. Now let's move on to chapter 2, what I call Prove It. Here's something that's totally wild. 2 prospective households, same home, same price, same location, can produce completely different financial outcomes. Well, it's true. Let's say both homes cost $750,000, and both buyers are willing to put 20% down. One of the buyers decides that they want to take advantage of the TCO analysis, and they're going to go the smarter route. The other buyer just takes a shot at the lowest rate they can find after doing a little rate shopping. Our experiences showed us that when using the HomeBucks TCO program with its optimization algorithm, the smarter buyer will discover an opportunity to either save significant cash flow or accelerate their personal wealth building somewhere between $250,000 and $500,000. And the magical part is the part that people usually miss. Because over the life of their loan, or maybe better put, the term of their ownership, Most homeowners look at their expenses, the property taxes, the interest expenses, the insurance costs, the operating expenses, and the cash flow opportunities as separate items, as if they're in their own silos. I've discovered that by looking at these holistically as if they're one, these components together can be optimized to deliver a significantly lower total cost of ownership. The bad news, and I'll tell it to you right up front, most lenders and most real estate agents will never discuss this type of opportunity with their clients because, frankly, they don't know what it means. The good news, on the other hand, is that I'm the person who created this concept, and I've got your back, so you're in great hands. Now, here's one last thing to keep in mind. We're not talking about finding a way to beat the system here. Rather, we're talking about finding a way to better understand the system better than anybody you're competing with when you're shopping for a home. So you can make a better informed decision and in turn benefit financially. For example, before I developed the HomeBucks TCO software, when I would have a conversation with a client about their desire to purchase a new property, I would typically look at three to five different options, write down the loan terms on a legal pad to determine which fit their needs the best, and then we would discuss it. And this worked very well. Today, however, it's a little different. Yes, I still start off with the same conversation I've had with my clients for 40 years. But I quickly transitioned to using a digital dashboard instead of a legal pad. And in a few minutes, I have the power to look at up to 4.2 trillion different loan strategies. Yes, I said 4.2 trillion different strategies. I happen to call them iterations. And while I totally get that nobody needs this many, the single purpose of the program is to look at 4.2 trillion different options to find one that's the best for our client. And we always do. Now, let's move on to Chapter 3, the one I promised you would change your life. The numbers here speak louder than words. Let me show you what this all looks like using a real-life example. I had two clients looking at the same home in the same neighborhood. They both decided that the same house was their ideal dream home. It was listed for $769,000. Each of the two families had strong credit scores, over 760. Each had a 20% down payment, and each believed that this home was a good fit to be a long-term home for their family. The first family said, "We just want the lowest rate possible." With the market having been up and down over the last few weeks, as of the date of this filming, the market rates were running about 6 3/8 to 6.5%, so this was pretty simple. Nothing fancy, just do the math and be done. The second family, however, wanted to find a solution that would deliver the lowest total cost of ownership and see how that worked with their budget. So we worked over all their numbers and came up with a strategy that was nothing short of amazing. First, the program identified that the best mortgage product for them was a 5.25% 30-year fixed-rate loan. Second, the software also determined that a strategy to reduce operating expenses, their utilities primarily, would be advantageous, so we found a way to save them $250 a month. And third, it looked to see if it would be advantageous for the buyers to adjust their down payment. And so at the end of the day, the TCO software provided these buyers with a solution that would save them $370 a month right out of the barrel. Now comes the fun part. The HomeBucks TCO software also identified an opportunity for the buyers to get out of debt earlier. So part of the analysis reflected that if the buyers applied their monthly savings to the balance of their mortgage each month, this would save them approximately $328,000 by paying off their loan 7 years and 3 months early. And this was not the result of making extra payments. Rather, it was the result of showing my clients where to best put their dollars to work so they could get better results. And then, as I promised earlier in this video, as an extra bonus, if instead of paying down their mortgage, my clients chose to take their monthly savings and invest them in a tax preference investment like a 401k or an IRA or a life insurance policy, and they earned an average of 8% annually, their savings would add up to a total estimated balance of $830,437, boosting the results of their HomeBucks Advantage savings an additional $502,000. So stop and think about this for a second. Our first family was perfectly happy to take the same type of deal that everybody else gets, and I guess they'll be fine. Our second family, however, chose to invest a few minutes of their precious time and discovered a way to improve their financial position over $830,000. I don't know about you, but this is amazing as far as I'm concerned. Same home, same neighborhood, totally different outcomes. This is the HomeBucks Advantage. So you may be thinking, how do you become a smart home buyer? Simple. Take the free Wealth Builders Home Score. In just 3 minutes, you'll discover how well your current home and your personal finances align with wealth building strategies used by smart home buyers. You'll see where you're strong, you'll see where you're missing opportunities, and you'll see what simple changes you could make so that you too could realize a 6 to 7 figure difference in your lifetime wealth building. It's fast, it's free, and it's built using the same analytics inside the HomeBucks TCO software. Your first step? Check out the link in the description below. Answer the 15 questions, and we'll send you a detailed report on how your answers stack up. The difference between financial struggle and financial freedom isn't always based on how much money you earn. It's how you own. When you start off using a holistic TCO approach to guide what may be your biggest financial decision, you'll discover that real wealth may be sitting right in front of you. Because at the end of the day, smart buyers don't just buy homes. They buy opportunities. And we've proven that when you buy smarter, you'll live richer. I'm Kerry Langley with the HomeBucks Company, and thanks for checking out the HomeBucks Advantage. I'm the creator of the HomeBucks TCO system, and I'm on a mission to show 1 million households how to build at least $1 million in household wealth owning residential real estate. If you've enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, subscribe, and check that notification bell so you'll be sure to catch all of our videos. Best wishes and take care.